lighting is on fleek. Hey guys, it's Haley here, and summer is in full swing, as you guys probably know. And summer is the time of year when, for most people, they want to get fit and healthy. So today I decided I would make a video on basically just easy ways to get healthy for the summer without actually having to do that much. I'm going to be giving you guys some ideas for healthy meals that you can make. I'll also be giving you guys some ideas for really just fun, easy ways to get fit in the summer, as well as some DIY workout clothes that you can make. So think of this as your kind of all-in-one guide for getting fit this summer. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe down below, because without further ado, let's get started. Here are some examples of fun activities that you can do over the summer that'll really help you get fit for school, and I think are a lot more fun than working out. The first one is swimming. Now, if you don't have a swimming pool in your backyard, you can totally go hit up the community pool, which is just as fun, plus you can meet with friends there, and it's awesome. Swimming is great cardio, and it also really helps to build muscle. You can do things like tread water, swim laps, or race your friends, and it's just super fun all in all. Hiking is great because you can do it in almost any forest that you have around the area where you live. It's great exercise and also allows you to go outside and see nature and breathe the fresh air. However, don't go hiking in Ratchet Forest like I did, because...
Try to get me now, spider web. Oh my god.
It's hovering leaf.
I'm like 80% sure I just got poison ivy. I was walking directly towards spider. I hate hiking.
Walking is also great exercise because you can literally do it anywhere. If you're going anywhere, instead of driving, just walk. Walking actually burns just as many calories as running if you're somebody that's concerned about that, and it's also really good for the planet and allows you to get some nice fresh air. Like walking, if you're going to drive somewhere, just take your bike out instead. It's a lot better for the planet, and it's also great exercise because it helps to build muscle in your legs. It's also faster than walking, which is a bonus. Are you bored with your current workout clothes? Do you need some inspiration for when you work out? Well, here is the perfect solution for your problem. Here are 3 different DIY workout shirts that you can make at home that are super cute and awesome for working out. So for our first workout shirt, I made this super cute DIY braid back shirt. You're going to need a t-shirt, scissors, a hot glue gun, ruler, and a pen. So I just started by measuring out the distance between the 2 shoulder blades of the t-shirt and then finding the exact middle of that and marking that. I also measured out 6 centimeters on each side of the marking. Then using my scissors, I cut out a straight line from each one of the outer markings. I also made 2 markings 13 centimeters down from my original markings and then cut down to that point. Then you should end up with 2 slits cut into the back of your t-shirt. I then just went in and cut the top of the little slits off so that I ended up with this weird rectangular piece kind of just like hanging off, and then cut that little chunk into 3 separate pieces and then braided them all together. Then taking my hot glue gun, I secured the end of the braid so that it wouldn't fall out. Then I glued the braid to the collar of the t-shirt that I'd left in place there. And I also made sure to trim off the excess part of the braid so that it didn't look weird. These next 2 parts are totally optional, but I just cut the sleeves off my shirt because I wanted it to be a kind of tank top, and I also cut the bottom of the shirt off because I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, not quite a crop top, but like a little shorter. So I just cut it off and then I stretched the bottom. And here is the final result. I think it's really understated and subtle, but still really cute. Now our second design is super simple. All you're going to need is a t-shirt and some scissors. So I again started by cutting off the bottom and sleeves of my t-shirt because I wanted it to be a bit shorter and a tank top. Then using my scissors at the side of the t-shirt, I cut out 3 little holes on each side. I made little circles, but you can do whatever pattern you want. I didn't want mine to be too big, but if you wanted them to be bigger or smaller than I made mine, you can totally do that. And as you can see, this is just a really simple design for your t-shirt, and I think it just spices it up a little bit. And the final result is just really simple and cute, and I think, not while I'm doing that, it's really cute for working out, and it also helps to keep you cool a little bit, I've noticed. So the third design is one that I think is my favorite. So all you're going to need is some scissors, a hot glue gun, and a piece of fabric. You're also going to need a tank top with long open cut sleeves, if you know what I mean. I'm showing them here. But I already had one of these. If you don't have one, then you can just cut the sleeves off a t-shirt and make sure to make the side holes really big. So I just took my piece of fabric and I threaded it through the sleeve holes of my t-shirt and just tied it into a bow at the back. I also forgot to show it, but I actually secured the bow with the hot glue gun so that it didn't fall out, and I trimmed the two little hanging parts of the bow so that it looked a little neater. And the bow just ties together the two sleeves. This workout shirt is great with a really cute sports bra underneath because you can really just show it off. It's super cute. I really like the bow at the back. Now, because food is life, I decided to give you guys a few ideas for healthy meals that you can make. These meals are all vegan, just in case you're wondering, and they're also really easy to make. So here are these delicious, healthy breakfast pancakes. These are everything. So I started with half a cup of oat flour, which I just made by grinding some rolled oats in a food processor. Then I took half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of flaxseed, and a sprinkle of cinnamon, as well as some almond milk, and any kind of fruit that you want to put in your pancakes. So I just combined all the dry ingredients together in a bowl. Then I added in my almond milk, and I don't generally measure out how much I put in, I just measure out however much kind of looks right to me. Keep adding more almond milk until your mixture looks really liquidy, and you want this to be more of a liquidy consistency because we added flaxseed, and basically what flaxseed does is if you let it sit for a little while, then it'll kind of help to thicken up the mixture. So you want that to happen. Then I just took my pancakes and I put them onto a hot frying pan greased with coconut oil, and I put a few blueberries in each one. And I let them cook for 2 minutes on each side. I also decorated these pancakes with a few cut strawberries. Now these pancakes are delicious. They're blueberry and strawberry and fruity, and they're just amazing, and they're also vegan and gluten-free. Then I just topped it with some maple syrup and I went to town. These are amazing. For lunch, I made these super healthy rice and bean bowls. Now again, I didn't really measure anything out here, but I just used brown rice, canned corn, chickpeas, but you can also use black beans or kidney beans, use whatever you have, tomato, some freshly cut cilantro, basil, and salt and pepper. Now I began by preparing the rice as directed on the package, then I just sliced up my tomato into little cubes and cut up my cilantro too. Now once my rice was about halfway through cooking, I added in my drained and rinsed beans and corn, and I mixed everything all together. And when it was almost finished cooking, I added my tomatoes, cilantro, and spices. Then I mixed it all together and let it cook for a few minutes more. When I served mine, I topped it with a little bit of fresh avocado because I really think it added to the flavor and health benefits of this meal. This meal is great because it provides a lot of protein and is also just delicious and really healthy. And of course, I saved the best meal for last. I made this delicious vegan chili. All the ingredients that are in this I'm displaying on the screen right now because there are a lot. I'm not going to name them all, but here they all are. And my pepper had like this really weird deformity, please excuse that. Now the beauty of this chili is that you can really vary the ingredients, mainly the vegetables, to include whatever you want it to include. Now the spices that I used in this chili are 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoonful of pepper, and half a teaspoon of salt, as well as a dash of cayenne pepper for some spice. Now I just started by magically snap chopping all of my vegetables. Just kidding, I actually had to do it. Then in a large pot I took about a teaspoon of olive oil and I heated it up in the bottom, and then added in all of my vegetables aside from the tomato. I also crushed in my clove of garlic and then mixed everything all together. I then added in my can of crushed tomatoes and my tomato itself, as well as my drained can of corn and my drained and rinsed beans. Then I added in all of my spices and I stirred everything all together. And I didn't show this, but I added in half a cup of water and then turned the heat down to low and just simmered everything together, stirring periodically. So here is the final result of the chili, and This is just amazing in every single way. I put it in a bowl with a little sprig of parsley on top, and this tastes and looks and smells amazing. It's completely vegan, it has a ton of protein, and I'm dying editing this because I just want to eat it so bad. But guys, just make it, it's so good. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you had some tips from it. If you did like this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and you subscribe because peer pressure, just do it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!